As it has been pointed out to me, we are only a third of the way through the month, and yet this page is almost a half full, so I think I'm going to have to write a little bit smaller. Hello again, team. It's Jess or JashiiCorrin, and welcome back for day 11 of the Month of Planning With Me series. Fun fact, today is my 28.5 birthday. Because my 29th birthday is in 6 months. So happy half birthday to me. Ha! That completely aside though, let's get on to writing today's checklist. Not a 0. So some housework and some schoolwork. Flipping on back. So not a lot of space to fill out here, but still space to fill in. When our neighbours went out, we had a mini dance party with the music turned up quite loud, which is why we did the decent thing and waited for them to leave. All good. Mood. And gratitude. And onto my productivity tracker, which is today's tidbit. I'm only really going to talk about how I'm using my productivity tracker, but if you guys wanted some more information on this, there's a link in the description box below to the video that the Booster Journal, Ricardo, over there made about the productivity tracker. Or as I think he calls it, the productivity level tracker? Something like that. He was the one that I got this idea from. And you may also have seen it be done by Elise of Miss McKenna's Life Leverage. So the general way it works is that each row is a day of the month, and we have a certain number of boxes. I personally have 9, because that's how many fit. And at the end of each day, I fill these boxes with the things that I did to be productive, or the things that took up my time. Because this is the first time I've used it, I also included a little key in the middle here, and you can see that my tasks are broken down into 4 sections. So I have ones related to schoolwork, ones related to social media or JashiiCorrin, ones related to home or housework, and ones that are kind of more for personal time. Each of these has been given a different colour so that when I put them over here on my productivity tracker, I can colour them in and then see at a glance how much time I spent doing what kind of things. So for instance, on the first, I had a little green one here. That green one is for time socialising. I had the little kind of limeish green ones, so I had a $sign, and then a little washing machine with a P in it. So those ones represent doing the budgeting and doing my personal towels, so like our bathroom towels. We then had the light yellow ones here, and I had 3 of those. So I had Instagram comments, taking pictures for YouTube, and posting interactive content. And on that day I didn't do any schoolwork, so there's nothing there in that darker yellow. Because I'm me, when I fill this in, I like to go from dark green to lime to light yellow to dark yellow. So you'll see for every day it does go in that order, but for the days where, say, I don't have a task in a certain category, I just leave it out. So for instance, on Wednesday, most of my day was taken up with schoolwork. I didn't do anything for social media, and I didn't do any home-related tasks. So I just had my personal task of socialising with others, and then skipped straight to schoolwork. So for Friday, starting at the green category, I had time with Vogel because it was date night. I also did a little bit of gaming, and we watched some Netflix. So that's 3 of these green ones. On to the next category. I don't believe there was anything that I did in this one. Yep, nothing done there, so I don't need to fill anything in for that one. Going on to light yellow. Editing yesterday's video was a pretty big job, so I'm going to put that one in. And then outside of that, it was mainly just doing Year 11 Phys Chem content. I put the colour down first because I don't want to have to then colour over the top of my black pen, which could cause some smudging. Then once that one's all dry, I just go in and draw in all of my icons. When I set this one up, I also didn't want to include anything that I had on my habit tracker. So I don't have anything like doing my bullet journaling or PowerSheets, taking any of my pills, anything like that. I also don't have any related to step goals because I've got a steps tracker, so don't really need it. The things that I do have though are doing marking, doing teaching because term 2 is starting next week, building content for all of my classes and doing admin work. In terms of things for social media, I have comments, picture taking, posting interactive content, and then stuff related to the actual video making process. For home, I have doing all of the laundry, so that's what these 4 in the middle here. I have the bathrooms, meal planning, budgeting, and then just other housework tasks. And for personal, because I think it's important to record the ways that I was filling my cup, I guess you could say. So time socializing with others, time with Vogel, creativity time, so that can be things like doing bullet journaling for fun rather than for videos, if that kind of makes sense. Reading, self-care, gaming, and Netflix. Obviously this has been a pretty quick explanation of how all of this works. And there's probably a lot more detail we could go into. For instance, I know that the way I fill it out is waiting till the end of the day and then filling in what I actually did. But some people like to use this as a way to plan what they want to get done in a day. So they might draw the icons in first as kind of a plan of these are the things I want to accomplish, and then colour them in when they've been done. If you guys had any questions about how this one works, please do let me know. Of course, this is the first time I've used it, so I might not be able to answer all of your questions, but I will try my best. Moving on to my habit tracker though. It's really frustrating because my Fitbit just turned off randomly partway through yesterday. And it wasn't even flat battery, it had 70% battery and just would not turn on, and thus did not record my steps. So I'm not too sure how much longer I'm going to bother tracking my steps, because it's kind of getting to be a too hard basket thing. I'll finish this month, but we'll see what happens beyond that. Nothing to check off here. Oh, I lied. Totally populated my teacher planner. Oh, I did some work on the pages as well. There. And meal log. And now we're over to my PowerSheets. So no spend is going well. We can colour that one in. I did my morning work yesterday. And I also had active leisure time. In terms of my weekly action items, the bed's already been stripped, so the sheets are happening. And date night happened last night. And I suppose I can say I'm a little bit more prepared for term 2. That's all the progress that I've made so far, so it's on to my teacher planner. Something I forgot to show you guys last time was the way that I'm using my checklists in the back of my teacher planner. Now, as you can see, this says name here. This is technically supposed to be like a grade book, where you can write down your students' names and all the bits and pieces that they have to hand in or something like that. But I do a lot of that on my digital markbook, so I figured with all of the extra pages that I have back here, I'd use them more as kind of like a unit planner, or ways to see that for each of my lessons, do I have all the things ready that I need to have ready. So I've started using this for mechanics, and then if that one turns out to be quite successful, then I'll use it for some of my other topics as well. You can see also for my senior classes, I've gone and written in a little checklist of the things that I need to have ready so that I'm ready for that lesson. Phys-chem's looking good, biochem needs some more work, and chemistry is technically done, but I want to check over it all again. Then I just need to sort out my year 8s. So nothing to fill in here, I just wanted to show you how it's going. Thank you for watching, team. If you liked today's video, please do make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you wanted to see more from me, feel free to go check out one of my other videos. Until next time, bye!